In the 53rd episode of the A.S.A.P Tech News, we talk about Micron and their new enterprise NVMe SSDs. Beyerdynamic launches 2 new sets of microphones and headphones aimed at the professional crowd. Apacer launches 2 new M.2 SSDs, and PCIe 5.0 graphics cards will use a brand new connector for power. We start with Micron and their latest announcements regarding the 7400 SSDs. This new series is available in extensive form factors with PCIe Gen 4 performance and leading-edge security systems. The SSDs are available in the standard 2280 form factor and others, such as the 22x110 or the E1.S, just to name a few. These SSDs are made for server and data center usage, with increased reliability and added security. The 7400 models are in essence PCIe 4.0 SSDs designed to withstand 24/7 usage. In addition, these SSDs are backwards compatible with the PCIe Gen 3 systems, which will help greatly with the transition of many servers and data centers to the newer and better PCIe 4 platform. The pricing will vary greatly based on the model and its capacity, and who knows if these SSDs will be easily available for the consumer market. We continue with Beyerdynamic, which has just launched a new set of microphones and headphones. The DT900 Pro X and the DT700 Pro X headphones are designed for optimal performance and audio fidelity. The 2 headsets are basically the same with one small difference. The DT700 Pro X has a closed design which will offer a great deal of background noise suppression, while the DT900 Pro X are the complete opposite, with an open back design. Both headsets use a mini XLR cable for their connectivity, thus you will benefit from using a DAC and amplifier combo. Not only that, but an XLR interface is much better overall, quality-wise, than a regular 3.5mm jack or, heaven forbid, a USB connector. The headsets use foam memory velour pads, which ensure an optimal seal around your ears and make these headsets quite comfortable. The M90 Pro X and the M17 Pro X are 2 microphones which are designed to work in both a studio environment and at home. Unlike the headsets before mentioned, these microphones are not alike. The M90 Pro X is aimed towards vocal and instrumental recordings, while the M70 Pro X is made for broadcasting, podcasting, and streaming. In terms of the pricing, the headsets have an MSRP of €249, while the microphones have an MSRP of €249 and €299 for the M70 Pro X and the M90 Pro X. Now we have Apacer and 2 new M.2 SSDs, the AS2280 P4U and the AS2280 P4U Pro. These SSDs use the PCIe Gen 3x4 interface and an SSD cache. These are advertised to deliver speeds upwards of 3500 MB per second and 3000 MB per second. Both models have the M.2 2280 form factor, but only the Pro variant has a heatsink included, which is unfortunate as many SSDs, especially those that are on the cheaper side of the market, suffer from high operating temperature. Pricing is not yet available, however, for these two to make sense, they need to be at least competitive price-wise. And finally, the new generation of graphics cards, especially those designed for the new PCIe Gen 5 platform, might use a new power connector which is able to deliver up to 600 watts of power. According to Igor's lab, this connector will be called 12V HPWR and has a total power output of 600 watts and a total of 16 pins, with 12 of them being for the actual power delivery, while the remaining 4 are used for signal transmission. Unfortunately, but not surprising at all, this connector will not be backwards compatible with the older graphics cards. This will create a lot of issues if a proper adapter is not developed, as many modern graphics cards are expensive and present a long-term investment for many users. Thus, having a connector that is not backwards compatible is adding insult to injury when we take into account the pricing of these products, especially today. However, don't grab your pitchforks just yet, as this connector makes little sense for the consumer-grade graphics cards. You see, even the best of the best are only using around 200 to 300 watts of power on average, so using a 600 watts connector is rather overkill to say the least. And this is the end of the episode number 53 of the A.S.A.P Tech News, one of the few tech news series which aims to deliver you the news as fast as possible for your convenience.